I thought it was pretty amazing, the number of players who stayed after Tiger won at Augusta.
Yeah.
Just they wanted to say whatever, hey, the history of the sport and everything he's been through, and thank you and congratulations. What did it mean to you when you saw Tiger win?
Oh, man, I have a story that I shared with him again, but I told him years ago, me and him used to play a lot of practice rounds together, and I try to learn from him. I learned by watching him, so I wanted to play a lot of practice rounds with him. And I told him, we were shooting the breeze about something, and it was about me winning. I've never won a tournament at that point when we were playing practice rounds, and we're talking about winning. And I said, man, I would love to be there when your next major, right? And so I was so focused on wanting to be there. And so when this was happening, now going flashing forward, with all this happening, we're up in Champions Locker. There's a bunch of us up there, a bunch of past champions, and we were like, oh, we're definitely putting our jackets on and going down there and seeing them. And so that's what we did. But then I texted him a day or two later and said, hey, I don't know if you remember this, but I always said I wanted to be there for you and support you because I love you as a person, not just as a golfer. And so, and that's why when I saw him coming off of 18 and he talked to everybody, shook our hands, and he said, I'm not going to pull you. I'm not going to cry yet. I'm not going to cry. So he texted me a day later, and he said, hey, just to let you know, I cried a little bit.
I didn't know who was going to cry first, you or Tiger.
Well, I cried back in the Champions Locker. No cameras are up there, so No, it was a thrill. I mean, when you talk about the game of golf, what a comeback story. What a boost to the game of golf. What a boost to sports in general. So it was pretty spectacular to see that a guy go through all this stuff and come back and play on a high level. I mean, he's one away from all-time wins record. Now we're literally talking about he's 3 majors away. I mean, you're talking about to really solidify himself as the greatest. I mean, he's really that close.
I think he is the greatest. I think he had the greatest stretch in the history of the game. I know that, numbers and, the majors, but man, there was a stretch there where I don't know if we've seen an athlete do what he did. And granted, it's individual, but he won like majors by 15 shots.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, the wild thing is he had all the majors at once, right?
Yeah. Tiger Slam.
It went into a different year, but for an athlete to do that, the highest level at all every week.
If you could take one aspect of his game, what would it be?
Mind.
Yeah.
The physical part, I've always said I've always have the physical part. The physical part's easy for me, and so it's the mental, just being focused. Kind of like now in this interview, I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch, So
really,
I'm trying to figure out where we're going next.
Yeah, but you're not that focused if you're not focused on me. You're
right,
focused
exactly.
on.
I'm trying to look
come
over
on,
here.
let's go.
These guys are so much funnier. I'm trying to look over here.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on VR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.